Today, I'm at the yoga studio called Yogashala in The Hague, and I've got the great pleasure of chatting to Anke, who's the teacher and owner here. And it's part of the podcast series which I've started, which is called What Is That Job? And today Anke is going to show us a number of postures, and I can't wait. Here we go. As part of what we're going to do today, explain to us why we're going to do these few exercises. Why is that important for us?
I choose these 3 different postures just for the simple reason that a lot of people have sitting professions and suffer from lower back pain as a result of that. And to my experience, it's very important for people to keep their lower back mobile, to keep their spine mobile. And I will make you bend forward, bend backward, and rotate your spine.
So this is for people who typically have a desk job like I do, and of course we suffer then from lower back pain, so I think it's the perfect set of exercises for us today. Brilliant. So what's the first thing you're going to show us?
The first thing you're going to do, I'm not going to show you, you're going to do, is a forward bend.
Okay.
Can you please sit on a cushion? And I'm going to use the cushion, I fold it double.
Okay.
And you will sit on the 2 edges so that the cushion is more like a slope.
All right.
You sit on it so that you feel that you get a little like elongation of your spine easily based on sitting on the cushion.
Yeah.
And could you take your legs straight in front of you?
Yeah.
Can you take your feet hip width apart?
Yep.
Yes. And then place your heels right on their centers and see if you can get a feeling for what it means to lengthen your feet so that they feel simply as you ground your heels long.
Yeah.
And then there's the ball of the foot, and you broaden the ball of the foot, which makes your toes lengthening and gently spreading from each other.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great.
Sometimes when you do it the first time, it might feel like it gets too tight.
Yeah.
So just try to do it with the least effort possible.
Okay.
What do your legs do in response to that? They start to just engage,
Start to
right?
clamp up, yeah.
Your thigh muscles engage, your knees engage.
Yeah. So is
And
that
then
important?
It's important,
Yeah.
but there are different ways of bending forward. But the way I want to let you bend forward now, it's just good if the legs are engaged.
Okay.
And then take your arms a little more out to the side, so that you maybe can support yourself a little more from your fingertips in contact with the mat.
Yeah.
And then just try to connect. This is something I teach that I find very important. Try to connect what you're doing with your legs and feet, hands and arms, with your spine. Try to support a long spine from the feet, legs, hands and arms.
Yeah.
Okay? And then very easily, don't force anything to happen. On an exhalation, so just listen to your breath. Try to not breathe in or breathe out consciously. Only listen, being aware of it. When there's an exhalation, go gently forward, just as far as you can. Allow your lower spine to round and place your hands a little farther forward. And take your head with you easily, very good. And on an inhalation, try to lift one more time into a long spine. You feel your legs responding, spine responding, and as you exhale, go maybe a little deeper. Allow your lower spine to round. And take your head with your neck, an extension of your spine. And maybe repeat one more time on the inhalation, that action of lengthening your spine, feeling the legs responding, and maybe go a little deeper. Allow your lower spine maybe to round a little more. And then go as deep as you comfortably can go or want to go, and then hold your posture and let your breath flow. See if you can breathe through your nostrils. Keep your face soft, jaws deeply relaxed. And let your awareness be taken by your breath and by your body responding to the shape it is in. You still feel connection between your back and your leg, I guess. Okay. For now, on an inhalation, just come up to release. Posture, very good. Release your legs. Great. So here's the counter pose. I just let you bend forward. Now you're going to bend backwards.
That was really great, actually.
Yeah?
I like that, yeah.
Good.
It's funny because you get like quite a strong contraction here, and after a while you realize that how important it is actually to do that periodically. And it's amazing to see that sitting like that is quite an active activity. I usually think of sitting like just slumping, relaxed. So that was really nice. Enjoy that. Yeah.
Good. It's
Good.
an ability that your spine has, and it's good to just challenge our spines using the ability to, get its full range of, forward bend out of also having that feeling you're stretching. You're not really stretching your spine, but you're trying to get out of it what's in there.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And cross your legs. Just easily cross them. Great. And bring your arms backwards. Your hands, fingers pointing towards you. And then fingers down, hands down fully. Exactly. It pulls you a little backwards, which is totally fine. Try to broaden your finger bases, which will take the weight off the wrists a little and ground your finger bases especially. You again feel the fingers responding, like the toes were responding when you were broadening the balls of the feet. And what we're going to do in a second, please take care that you're not collapsing into your elbows. Always keep a little space. Collapsing is the other way around, like that, just putting a lot of pressure into them. But also what you just were showing is also kind of collapsing, but then the posture wouldn't make sense at all.
Yeah.
For the next one, to make a back bend, so you bend your spine backwards, I'll invite you to lengthen the front of your body. Do it on an inhalation, and then take your head backwards at the same time so that you invite your spine to arch. And on the exhalation, let go of arching your spine. And as you inhale one more time, lengthen the front of your body. Take your head gently backwards if your neck allows. Exhale, release. And then do it one time with the chin on the chest for people who maybe couldn't take their head back because their neck doesn't have that flexibility or ability. Exhale, release. And then you do it one more time with, if you like, head back and hold the posture. Face it, let your breath flow. Just keep on lengthening the front, especially on the inhalation, so that the back is supported in this backward movement, back bending. Follow the next inhale as you exhale, release. And take your hands back to neutral, back to verticality. Feel free to take a gentle forward bend, just as a counter pose. What did it feel like?
Yeah. Really interesting, actually. It's funny when you say lengthen the front that there was kind of a natural tendency to go back.
Yeah.
But I could feel that it was quite unnatural to have the head back like this.
Yeah, but it's still a good thing to do. I teach it and I believe in it because the neck is kind of a very vulnerable part of your spine, like the lower back. It's not really supported by, like the upper spine is supported by the rib cage, right? And the lowest part is integrated into the pelvis. So these are kind of very vulnerable. And even though they are, it's still good to just use their ability to bend backwards and bend forward and also turn,
Yeah.
There's this nice saying, just with regard to movement, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Right. So that's really interesting because I think the focus is about mobility, and I've certainly experienced for myself that mobility as I get older starts to get less. So absolutely what you say is true. You don't use it, you'll lose it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's the last movement that we are again focusing on the spine. Can you sit on the cushion again, please?
Yeah.
Right. Legs easily crossed. Let's make this next one a little more interesting with this leg bending, and you place the left foot against your right buttock. So bend your leg
like that.
Foot against your right buttock or towards your right buttock, and then this leg knee up, and place the foot right in front of you, like here. Very good.
All right.
So
I'm terrible at following instructions. You can see.
That's why I'm touching you and helping you. And then just arms to the side like we did before.
Okay.
Very good. And from this foot and this foot, so both feet together, see if you can again broaden the ball of the foot and create that feeling of a long foot, and gently push the sole of the foot and here the top of the foot down, which will again support you in finding a lengthening sensation of your spine. And the arms and the fingertips in contact with the mat will also support you in finding that lengthening sensation, right?
That's really interesting. So the base of the feet actually give you a much easier way to get that length. Yeah, that's cool.
You know, a lot of postures in yoga are based on counter force. You're actually kind of pushing down gently. I call this grounding. And at the same time, it enables you to lengthen up. What does a tree do to grow? It grows roots to be stable, so that it can grow up and start blossoming and having fruits, right? That's actually what you do in yoga. You ground to just be able to lengthen the other way around. It's what life does, right? Life wants to express itself, so it needs a stable foundation to just go. We are beings between heaven and earth, right? So this is the earth, this is the heaven.
Yeah. And that's a great visualization, the tree with the roots. I like that.
Absolutely. So can you please, on an inhalation, lift your arms just so that your fingertips come off, and as you exhale, rotate your spine to the right side. Just go slowly, keep the spine long, yes. go to the deepest you can while it's still comfortable, and then bring your fingertips down. And this arm you're gonna bend, and you bring your forearm in contact with this leg. Very good. Maybe you can turn your head a little deeper to the right, just what your neck allows. And now you're in a spinal rotation, okay? Important is that you still lengthen your spine, and you still use your feet, ground them gently. You also have, which you greatly do, broad finger bases, which means you give expression to the whole of your body. And the finger bases via the arms, the broad finger bases via the arms, support your chest to feel broad and open. You have very good body awareness. I mean, it's kind of happening with you anyway, but I guess what you're doing, the actions you're doing, are supporting you in that broad feeling of your chest and lengthening your spine into the rotation. Great. Just to make it a little bit more interesting, on your next available inhalation, turn your head very gently to the left. Use your entire inhalation to do that, so that your neck responds. And as you exhale, turn back to the right side. Repeat one more time, turning to the left slowly. The slower you move, the more you can relax into that movement and maybe release tension. And as you exhale, back to the right. Great. Stay here for another inhale and exhale. Let the breath flow. Follow the next inhale, breath as free as possible. And as you exhale, release your posture. And then you simply change sides.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. That's really great. So now we're going to do the other side?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Because otherwise you miss symmetry, right?
Yeah, of course. No, but that's really good. It gives a really nice feeling. And I think what's interesting about that motion is it's certainly something that I would never do in my natural day. So
absolutely true.
it's quite evident.
You do it actually when you reach for something, but it's kind of, you're not really conscious of it,
right.
You know? And the more often you practice to rotate and really become aware of how your body, for instance, body parts are supporting that rotation of your spine, the more you're aware you will be in daily life as well. When you rotate, sometimes you make a move just too fast, and then you go like, oh, something happened to my back. Oh, I didn't see this coming, you know. While when you're more aware, you just rotate and that won't happen anymore. Or your spine is more used to rotating naturally.
But I think what's interesting is the focus on the sort of elongated spine. So I think when people reach for things, it's always like kind of
absolutely.
So would you recommend people in their daily life, when they are reaching for things, to really consciously focus on a solid spine?
I don't know if this is a good advice, but let's just put it like, try to be as aware as possible when you move, that you make a move that is comfortable and makes sense for you.
Right,
you know?
makes sense. Okay, good.
Okay, you did change legs. Can you take that knee up? Very good. Yeah. And you always try to find a position for that foot that makes sense for your hip. So for some people, this is very easy. For some people, it would push their hips backwards, you know, that they would again collapse into their lower back. So when you go a little forward, it gives you some space in your hip and it's just easier. Okay. Again, broaden the ball of the foot, lengthen your foot, ground the sole of the foot and the top of your foot. Arms are engaged. We say you lengthen the arms and the finger bases are broad. Spine lengthening, chest broad. And then give yourself time when you're ready for it. On an inhalation, you lengthen both arms and lift them just a little. And as you exhale, make that gentle rotation to the left. Go as far as you comfortably can. The emphasis is on comfortable. Very good. Fingertips down. Try to not lean backwards. You keep your weight in the sitting bones, right? And you're absolutely perfect in this pose. But now, the next question I have is, or just instruction, see if you can follow up. Try to soften into what you're doing. So you're still lengthening. You're still engaging with your arm, with your hands, with your feet. Try to do it with less effort so that it feels like maybe you're creating a little space in your body despite the posture you're in, so that your breath can flow really freely and you're really comfortable in the pose. And if you like, feel free to move again your head on an inhalation. Turn it, chin towards your right shoulder, go slowly. And on the exhalation, turn back, chin towards your left shoulder. And repeat a second time. It's an invitation to the neck to just soften, letting go of tension. Very conscious movement makes that possible. Exhale and then hold for another inhale. Another exhale. Another inhale where the breath flows completely freely, and as you exhale, release to the front. Very well done, Arnold.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah, that's excellent. No, that was really useful. I really do get the feeling that there's been a bit of activity here, and it does give a bit of, you can feel that it's doing something different. And I think that's really fantastic for people who then have seating jobs like I do. So thank you very much.
You can even do this in the office.
Yeah, indeed.
You can.
So when my colleagues watch me, I'll be doing my yoga poses. But thank you very much. That was really useful. Where can people find you?
They can find me online,
Right.
www.yogashala.nl.
Brilliant.
And they can join group classes. I teach a lot of private classes, especially for people with requests more towards healing. And that actually is my passion.
Yeah. We're going to record a podcast now, so if you want to check that out, I will leave the details in the comments below, and you can hear about everything that it entails to be a yoga instructor, to be a teacher of people, and to help people change their lives ultimately. So that's really great. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the links below. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.